Welcome to Canada's podcast, the number one podcast for entrepreneurs by entrepreneurs.
Hello and welcome to Calgary's podcast on Canada's Podcast Network. I'm your host, Mario Toneguzzi, and joining me today is Joanne Reynolds, who is CEO and founder of Sexy AF Spirits in Calgary. Thanks for joining us today, Joanne.
Thank you so much for having me today, Mario. I really appreciate it.
Okay, let's start with just a question on what is Sexy AF Spirits?
Well, that's a great question to start off with. Sexy AF Spirits are 100% alcohol-free premium spirits created right here in Calgary.
And how did you start with this idea? Maybe you can go back a little bit in the history about this.
Absolutely. So the idea stemmed from a girls' trip that I took to California. A lot of them are Mormon and don't drink for various reasons, whether it's health. My one girlfriend was trying to get pregnant. And every single time we went out, I was the only one ordering fancy cocktails and having a glass of wine, etc. And they were ordering tea, coffee, water, pop. And I came back to Calgary and I said to my husband, I want to create a brand, a line of products that are so inclusive to people's choices when they want something to drink, but not alcohol. And my husband said, that's a really good idea. You should think about that more. And I did about 18 months of research and development and realized there's this whole sober curious movement. And I started it as a little sideline business. March of 2020, I decided, okay, I'm going to launch this product, Sexy AF Spirits. And that same week, COVID hit. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to run with it, put my head down. And, you know, in hindsight, people started drinking a lot at the beginning of the pandemic. And then they realized, oh my goodness, I still have to homeschool my kids. I still have to do my day job and Zoom every day. Yeah. And we've seen this whole big traction of people choosing alcohol-free options. So enter Sexy AF Spirits into the world. We're running 2021 with Make It a Year to Remember and to rethink your drink with our products.
So where do you sell the products?
So currently they're sold directly on our website at sexyafspirits.com, as well as spud.ca in Calgary and Edmonton, in addition to Crowford Wine and Spirits, the Altadore location. And we're going to be running into Sobeys and Safeway liquor stores, hopefully in the upcoming months.
Okay, super then. Did you ever dream that, when that idea came into your head that you would be here talking to me today about how far the company has grown in the short period of time?
You know, Mario, I really didn't. I thought it was a great idea. I've always had lots of great ideas, being, a somewhat partial semi-entrepreneurial spirits in my own rights. And I really didn't think it would take on as quickly as it has been and gain traction as what it has been. I know the UK is about 6 years ahead of us now, and North America, we're up and coming in this new industry. It's a new sector with a new product. It's really, really exciting, but I never in my wildest dreams thought that I'd be seeing Sexy AF Spirits and saying Sexy AF Spirits out loud to people like yourselves and to my friends and family.
Yeah. So what's your favorite spirit?
My favorite is the Virgin. And I'm a little bit biased because pink is my favorite color. And I love juniper. And it's just a really light drink that I can mix up so easily. So Virgin's mine personal favorite. But if you take a look at it, every single one of our products is just amazing.
So, when you look at the trends out there for consumers, can you talk a little bit about what you're seeing and what consumers want in this area, and why are a lot turning to alcohol-free products?
Mario, I think for consumer trends, people, they're not necessarily giving up alcohol altogether. What we say is that a lot of them are sober curious. So that's taking the next step into that sober world, that sober lifestyle. And what we're finding and what differentiates Sexy AF Spirits from all the other brands is that they're not looking for something super sugary. They're not looking for, full of calories. They're looking for something that they can still fuel their bodies with, that tastes good, and that has this adult-like feeling to you when you're creating a cocktail. So put aside all that, consumer trends, I feel like it's getting picked up a lot more with regards to celebrities going down the sober, curious path as well. So, you'll see a celebrity saying, I'm 2 weeks sober, I'm 3 weeks sober. That gives the average Joe, I think, hope or inspiration. And then they seek out alcohol-free, non-alcohol-free products as well. So it used to be a bit of a, it's okay to give up smoking. It's okay to quit every other vices that you have. But to say if you're choosing not to drink or not consume as much alcohol, it doesn't mean that you're completely alcohol-free. Alcohol-free can be having a bridge drink in between a glass of wine or in between other alcohol drinks. So it really is a very vast playing field when it comes to this new industry. I think it is fueled a lot by the pandemic, the celebrities going the sober route, whether it's 6 months sober or 2 weeks. Again, our social media, you're looking for that hope and that inspiration, as well as the choice. So, and to answer your other part of the question, it's very easy. All of a sudden, you're going to see an explosion of alcohol-free, non-alcohol-free drinks. Be very careful because a lot of them still contain alcohol. If they say non-alcoholic, they distill down the alcohol to 0.5%. Yeah. Whereas sexy AF spirits, we're 100% alcohol-free. Our process is completely different. We cater to kosher, vegan, every single other advantage. All our products are nutritionally beneficial. And just be curious of that because you'll see, a tin can, it looks great, but the sugar content is going to turn you off. The calories, you think, it's alcohol-free, it's sugar-free. No, look at the sugar content, look at the calories because careful, you might not be good for you at the long run. So I would just, wary consumers on that.
Are you in bars?
Great question. So we launched and then bars and restaurants closed. In saying that we are in the Nash here in Calgary. Okay. And we're hoping to be in a few more restaurants up and coming. A hotel chain has just looked into us, and the Grey Eagle Resort and Casino took our product in, and we're going to be doing a lot of work with them. But, it's kind of a play-by-play every day with what's opening and what's closed with regards to restrictions in our city.
Let's talk about the name. How did you come up with the name?
Mario, this is the best. This is what I love to talk about. This is the best moment to shine for our brand because in doing my research, I thought I could either be sexy AF or I could be boring AF. And I was trying to think about, as a consumer, what would make it memorable and relatable. And I thought, I don't want to be boring AF. I want to be sexy AF. And then I thought, the AF stands for alcohol-free, whereas people with other minds would think otherwise. They would think sexy as fuck.
And I see the Y looks like a martini glass, right?
It does, yes. So we won a couple of awards through culinary magazines. Our Virgin and our Triple Sexy, I believe, won a couple of awards last year. And the Y is our martini glass. We have a lot of fun play on names with a Maro and Triple Sexy and of course our Virgin. So absolutely, it's a fun, flirty, really bold brand, and we did that to make it memorable.
Yeah. Do you see the brand now? I know your base is here in Alberta, but do you see the brand expanding out in other parts of the country?
Absolutely. We get a lot of requests from Ontario right now, and we are working with a distribution channel in Vancouver as well as Toronto. So we've got a lot in the works, not only in Canada, but in the US as well. So it's going to be a really exciting year for us.
Okay, super then. Let's chat a little bit about being an entrepreneur, Joanne. What is it that you like about being an entrepreneur?
Mario, what I really love about being an entrepreneur is having the flexibility and freedom in my own mind. I love to create. I love to come up with ideas. I'm a huge problem solver. In my corporate life, I've been a bit of 50-50, in the corporate world and as an entrepreneur. I've always felt I've been in a service position to solve problems. How can I help you? How can I be of assistance?
Mm.
And I think being an entrepreneur, first and foremost, is coming up with a solution to a problem. So for me, I feel like it's just absolutely the way forward for me to find my happy medium being an entrepreneur. That yes, it's still a lot when you're starting a business. It's a lot of legwork. It's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. But at the end of the day, it's having that creativity and that freedom. And for me personally, as a mom with 2 kids, I wanted to try and find that balance as well. I didn't want a 9 to 5. I wanted to be able to, if I'm working late at night, I can still take my kids, school run in the morning. I can still be at home to make dinner. And for me, I feel that's really, really important to me specifically.
Yeah.
That helps me as an entrepreneur, as a married woman, as an older woman in starting a new business, with 2 young kids, young family. I really feel like this is where I'm meant to be now. And saying that, I've had different ventures throughout the years. I have some great stories. I have some, why would you do that, Joe, stories.
Yeah.
I could write a book. But in saying that, I absolutely love being an entrepreneur, and I love being around people who think outside the box. So don't ever tell me this is how we've always done things. That's not going to make me happy. What makes me happy is like, how can we do this? Or and change it, make it better, evolve, flexibility, be fluid in your ideas and your suggestions.
Yeah. Tell me, when you look in starting the business itself, what are some of the best pieces of advice you got about being an entrepreneur?
One of the best pieces of advice I've ever gotten is, if you feel tired, if you feel exhausted, if you feel drained and run down, it doesn't mean you need to quit. And I've often thought, oh, I can't do this anymore. I'm just there's like nothing left in me. Take a break. It's very cool to be, use all the keywords when you're an entrepreneur, saying, I grind all day, grind 24/7. That's not good for your mental health. That's not good for anything. If you're tired and exhausted, it doesn't mean you have to give up and quit. It means take a break, take a rest, take 5 minutes to yourself, and then pick up where you left off. And I think a lot of the time entrepreneurs, they keep hitting walls. They keep hitting walls and keep getting, being told no, where it's just take a step back, breathe, take some time for yourself, and continue on, because that passion is there. And I know, conversing with you back and forth just by email, at the bottom of your email says carpe diem. Yes, seize the day. If you have all these ideas, try them out, put them down on paper. If they fail, well, try the next one, or, just do something with that idea. It'll manifest, and then put it into paper, put it into action, write down everything, make it your reality.
Yeah. I know one of the biggest issues and challenges for entrepreneurs is time, obviously, right? And you're running a business, and as you said, you have a couple of children, you're married, you got this business. How do you draw the balance between all that?
It's very hard to start with. At first, you think you can do it all. I'm going to wear every single hat. I'm going to be the sales department. I'm going to be the production department. I'm going to do everything. And then at some point, there's a light switch that went off in me and said, I can't do this anymore by myself. I need help. Whether it's I need help at home, on the home front, whether I need support from my friends and family, which is very important and imperative to one's success, I feel. It's to hire people that are experts or have knowledge in parts of your business that you don't have time to learn. It would take me 10 years to learn how to video edit and, put a big production on. Whereas if I hire someone, that really helps me to focus on moving my business forward.
Yeah, exactly. One thing I neglected to ask you initially about the business is, so where is all this stuff made?
It's made right here in Calgary. We source our botanicals and ingredients from all over the world, whether it's from California, Morocco, you name it. But our facility is based right here in Calgary.
Okay, you have a facility. It's not right out of your kitchen then.
No. I only do baking in my kitchen, which my family is still a little bit not too sure about. So.
Oh, okay then. Anything else, Joanne, you'd like to add before we leave today?
I would just like to thank everyone that's already supporting Sexy AF Spirits. Continue to share with your family and your friends. and follow us along on social media. All our social media names are at Sexy AF Spirits. Reach out to us with any questions or concerns. DM us. We're around to answer any questions that you guys have. And just keep supporting local. And thank you, everyone, for allowing us to bring Sexy AF Spirits to you.
Okay, super. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you so much, Mario.
Okay, that was Joanne Reynolds, who is CEO and founder of Sexy AF Spirits, based in Calgary. This has been Calgary's podcast on Canada's Podcast Network. I'm your host, Mario Tanaguzzi. Thanks for joining us today.